Hey, Reach channel Creative Writing Prose. I'm Robin, and this video will be about the Myers Briggs or Jungian personality, the ENFP. I want to mention first that this video might not be appropriate for persons under 13 years of age. So if you are under 13 years of age and you're watching this video, you might want to click off or pause it and check with your parents if they're okay with you watching this. And I'd also like to mention before we get into this video that the Jungian personalities or Myers Briggs personalities are more of a guideline than a rule. At the end of the video, after I go through the introduction to the personality, I will also get into why or how this personality, if you have this personality as a writer, can affect you, or how you can apply it to a character. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the ENFP is a true free spirit. They tend to be the life of the party, charming, independent, energetic, charismatic, all that good stuff. They don't tend to be so much people pleasers. They love to do their own thing. They're very independent. They like social interactions, and they like reading between the lines. They view the world as a giant puzzle, and they want to fit all the pieces together in a way that makes sense. ENFPs see the puzzle of life, per se, as not so much bits and pieces of logical, physical information, but they tend to bring their emotions into their decision-making and conclusions. Many other types tend to be very much drawn to these qualities, especially if an ENFP has found a cause that they feel inspired by and really want to go after and seek out. The ENFP is a very good leader and sort of guru in a way. Despite the fact that an ENFP tends to be a good leader or guru, they don't necessarily enjoy being a good leader or guru, which is an interesting contradiction. An ENFP's self-esteem tends to be based around whether or not they can come up with solutions to problems. This can be sort of a hindrance. They do like the freedom of innovation and the freedom to come up with new ideas and progress. They are very creative. Luckily, they do know how to relax. I kind of wish sometimes I knew how to relax more. They can be very driven in the workplace, and they can be very much free spirits on the dance floor with their friends. ENFPs, they believe that everyone should take the time to express their feelings and should be allowed to express their feelings and opinions. They are very empathetic. ENFPs can make the mistake of presuming too much about other people based around using their intuitive side too much. ENFPs will tend to spend a lot of time exploring social relationships. They will tend to explore social relationships and feelings and other things like that before they find what they for themselves define as truth. And some of the ENFP's strengths are they're curious, they're observant, they're energetic and enthusiastic, they're excellent communicators, they do know how to relax, and they're very popular and friendly. Some of the weaknesses of an ENFP are they have poor practical skills. They can find it difficult to focus, they tend to overthink things, they get stressed easily, which somehow contradicts the ability to relax. They are highly emotional, which makes sense, I guess, and they're independent to the point where they prefer to be independent to the point where they actually do need people more than they would sort of want to admit. In summary, few personality types are as charming and as charismatic as this personality type, the ENFP. They're very idealistic and, as mentioned before, they're very idealistic and enthusiastic. They, as mentioned before, have some weaknesses like their stress levels, but they also can de-stress very quickly. Okay, first, how to apply this if you are a writer with an ENFP personality. Obviously, some of the weaknesses like stress. Writing can be stressful, especially if you have deadlines. What I would recommend is obviously as ENFPs seem to have the ability to do, is find time to de-stress during the evening, or, well, yeah, I'd recommend at least once a day. Yeah, and as far as characters go, you can have an ENFP in a highly stressful job, or a not so stressful job, or maybe they're stressed because they're in a job that they hate, or something like that. You can actually do a lot of very generic things with this personality type when it comes to characters. Yeah, that's it for this video. Feel free to give this video a like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Check out more of my videos. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. Keep being creative.